Hello, everybody, and welcome to the recap of the Benetton versus Stormers game. So, going in, I've said both teams are expecting to win this, and I made the prediction of a 3-point win to the Stormers. Unfortunately, as a Stormers fan, it's gone the other way. It's gone 20 points to 17 to Benetton, with the game being 13-10 at half time. So, real similarities in the scores made from each side on each side of the half. Quite a slow start to the game, a bit cagey, lots of knock-ons. It wasn't raining, but a lot of dew on the grass for an evening fixture in Benetton. And it really just took a lot higher of a conversion from Benetton to edge out the Stormers. They were a lot more clinical in 22 meter entries to putting points on the board. And really, for most of the first half, the Stormers were just camping, at least for the first 20 minutes in their half, and they couldn't capitalize. Not until kind of tries scored and the opening score was made actually by Benetton in the 23rd minute. So that was the first actual score of the game. And let's just take you through it. I guess who the try scorers were and what exactly happened. So we had two tries from Benetton's side. First one, Zanon in the 23rd minute, as mentioned, and then also one from Ezeko in the 55th. One penalty from Albonos, and as well as a conversion, and then Umaga with a conversion from the 55th minute try. From the Stormers side, we had three tries, one from Warren Gelant, Scarron Tumbeni, and Cornel Scosan. And one of those being converted by Jean-Luc Duplessis. So maybe that kind of goal-kicking accuracy, letting them down a little bit. And just before half-time, a massive drop goal attempt from Honor Smith from 43 meters out, and really out of nowhere. Stormers trying to run down the clock and just hoof it out. 30 seconds left, and he absolutely slots it out of nowhere, giving them the 3-point lead going into the break. It was from there that the Stormers kind of opened up, played a little bit more expansively, and I think got rewarded for it. Managed to get into good parts of the pitch, but didn't, unfortunately, capitalize on a lot of that. And Joseph Weber being subbed on couldn't make a lot of his throws, wasn't finding his jumpers. And Benetton were also guilty of that, but just didn't have as much possession. And I think if you're part of the Stormers management, you'll be a little bit frustrated because the Stormers were playing a lot of the rugby in the 22s, particularly for the last 15 minutes or so. Really had a lot of opportunities and maybe guilty of trying a little bit too much on the ball, with the offloads being intercepted and a lot of scrappy play, and choosing to opt out from taking 3 points on I think 3 different occasions from very kickable positions, all of which going to the corner and then not actually getting clean ball to be able to compete with. What does this mean now for the United Rugby Championship? Well, Benetton have gone straight up into 3rd position, only 1 point from the Bulls, who are leading, with 3 wins out of 4, and only one of those being a draw. So actually the only unbeaten team left in the competition. Really, really strong start from them. They did well to control a lot of the tempo of the game, and despite being pushed back, I think defensively we're really, really strong and resolute, really nullifying what the Storms were throwing at them. And for the Stormers, that means that they stay in 6th, one below Munster and one above Glasgow Warriors, who are yet to play. So if they take the win, as well as Leinster or Ospreys, they're likely to fall below the drop zone of the knockout spots, potentially down to 9th. Disappointing. Usually, the South African teams are known for not getting the best results in the Northern Hemisphere, and it shows again. The Stormers are 0 from 2 out there, and just not a great tour from them. We saw the Sharks lose to Zebra last night. Bulls did manage to get out with the win. But I think the Stormers will be disappointed. And Benetton, I think, luckily they deserved the win. I think it was there for the taking, and they made sure that they managed to stop the Stormers where they needed to. Overall, very interesting game. Very slow to begin with, but got really exciting. A lot of scrappy play, but these are the ones that you need to win in order to put yourself in a position to qualify for the knockouts. But that's this for the recap of the match. If you missed it, go watch the highlights. And thank you so much for tuning in.